I want to first thank this distinguished gentlelady, my good friend Diane Black, for her extraordinary leadership. I also want to say to my colleagues that, and I hope this really is accepted for the profound change that it underscores, the Hyde Amendment has saved 2 million lives. 2 million survivors who would have died had Medicaid funding for abortion not been available. This is over the course of 40 years, but 2 million lives, some of whom are 39, 38. It's about 60,000 children every year. And, you know, if you look at where this comes from, much of the mega-analysis has come from a peer review done by the Guttmacher Institute in 2009. And they have found that there's a 25% reductions in Medicaid abortions when Medicaid money is not available to effectuate the dismemberment and the chemical poisoning of an unborn child. Defense of the unborn child is the human rights issue of our time, Madam Speaker. You know, we talk about the unborn child, we degrade them, we treat them as if they're tumors, warts to be excised, rather than children growing, developing, and maturing. Ultrasound imaging, as we all know, has shattered the myth that somehow an unborn child is anything but human and alive. And I hope that the science, which is very readily available, catches up with the policy. This makes Hyde and all the other amendments permanent. We know that every year we have an annual battle over several of those amendments. It also, finally, Title II, takes out of Obamacare the facilitation and the funding of abortion. When President Obama did his executive order in December in 2010, he said that the Hyde Amendment would be applied to the Obamacare exchanges. For months and years after that, in House debate, people have said that has happened. It did not. We know beyond any reasonable doubt, and we enlisted GAO to look at that, well over 1,000 plans pay for abortion on demand in the Obamacare exchanges. So that got the votes of the pro-life Democrats needed to effectuate the passage of the Affordable Care Act, but frankly, it hasn't happened. Title II of this bill says the Hyde Amendment will be applied to the Obamacare exchanges. Had that been done faithfully by the President, there would be no need for Title II of this bill. I remember when the President stood right there in September of 2009 and said, under our plan, no taxpayer funding will be used to pay for abortion. Absolutely untrue. This language, H.R. 7, makes that true. We don't want to be complicit in the killing and the maiming of unborn children. And as we know now, beyond any reasonable doubt, post-abortive women increasingly are coming forward and speaking out, those especially who have found peace and reconciliation, to say abortion also hurts women. There are 2 victims in every abortion, mother and baby. 2 million lives saved. That's what we should be all about, life affirming and the saving of human life.